Guys, so I am here to do a little changing video and have a little chat while I do that. Just make some room here. We're a little cramped on this couch today. I have my tied fleece blanket at the other end of the couch. So I just washed it today and folded it up and I put it there, and Riley has been sleeping on it the last hour or so because he loves freshly laundered blankets, especially when they're mine and not his. Anyways, I'm going to be changing Jeremy. I hate to change him out of this adorable outfit from his Auntie Yolanda. I've had it on him ever since because it is so cute. Oh, here comes Riley to say hello. Okay, you can lay down again on the blanket, whatever. You know you're spoiled. You know you'll get away with it. So anyways, I'm going to change him for Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day is just creeping up on me. And I realized that none of my babies are dressed for Valentine's Day yet. So it is time to make that happen. Actually, I don't think I have to undo the bottom here. I can just go from the top. But yeah, so I'm going to get him ready. And I'm sure I'll wear this outfit again very soon because I just love it so much. It just is so perfect for him. But anyways, let's see what's new. So, if you guys don't know about my past with lupus, then this is new for you. But for those who know, it's like an update. But a couple years back, I had some GI issues that the GI doctor related to my lupus because it was autoimmune colitis that I had. And what I was having with that were these severe symptoms where I was having to run to the bathroom a lot because I was having the runs. And on top of that, I was getting extreme nausea to the point where sometimes I was vomiting. It got that bad. So I was put on a medication, and I cannot for the life of me remember what the name of it was. But it was a type of steroid, not prednisone, but some other type of steroid. And, you know, I had just gotten off of prednisone and then was put on, you know, this other type of steroid for my GI issues, for my colitis. And I was on it for, I'm going to say probably a year or two, and just going every 6 months to see the GI doctor and keep it monitored and stuff. And then it was, I'm trying to remember when it was. I think it was when I was working with Jeremy. I was looking after Jeremy at the time that the lupus clinic was really wanting to get me off of steroids. And so they asked the GI doctor if there was anything else that could be prescribed in place of the steroid. So I was put on a drug called Pentessa, and I was on it for about a month, maybe a month and a half to maybe 2 months. And I had a severe, well, not like a severe, like anaphylactic kind of reaction, but I had a very bad allergic reaction. I broke out in a huge rash all over my body. And I'm allergic to a lot of medications, mainly antibiotics. I'm allergic to all penicillins, and the next thing that they usually give you if you're allergic to penicillin, is clindamycin, which I am also allergic to. We discovered that out after my jaw surgery when I was in high school. Then I had some other antibiotic prescribed once when I had an ear infection, which was called Cefrizil, I believe. That's how you say it. And I had a severe allergic reaction to that too. And it's always like a red prickly rash all over my body, and it's extremely itchy. And so that's what happened when I had the Pentessa. So they took me off of it and the rash disappeared. And so we know never to give me that again. So I'm not sure what other options there would be if I had to go back on it. But anyways, the point is that I stopped the Pentessa, and lo and behold, I was fine. I had no nausea, I had no diarrhea, like my colitis was gone. And so the doctor said that yes, it can go into remission. But he did say that it most likely will come back at some point in time. It's just a matter of when. It could be months, it could be years, whatever. Now that was about 2 years ago now that I have been free of the colitis. Well, last Friday I started to get the runs. And at first I thought it was stress related due to all the stuff that was going down last week that I'm sure most of you are aware of. Won't get into that. But I thought it was stress related at first. But then, you know, I was okay in terms of stress, like the next, you know, after that, like when I got together with my friend Paula, it was like happy medicine for me, and I felt great and I felt better. And oh, I just realized I forgot I was gonna put this Plumpy Rumpy diaper on him. All right, well, that's good because I have more to talk about. Yeah, so basically I have been having to go a lot since then, and it's been about a week now. And on top of that, I've had a lot of stomach cramps, and the last few days I've been having nausea. So, I've just been waiting to go before I decide to go see a doctor. Because I know that I will have to be re-referred back to my GI specialist because it's been so long since I've seen him. I'll have to be re-referred. I'm just hoping that it will actually just disappear, and that maybe it really was a little bit of stress that brought it on, or maybe I had a little bug, or, you know, maybe it was something I ate. I don't know. I'm just hoping that it will go away. But if it doesn't, I'll probably give it maybe another week or something. And if it hasn't, if it's persisting, especially the nausea, because the nausea is the worst part. But if it's persisting, then I guess I'll have to be going back to the GI doctor to see if it's the colitis that's returned. And I'm kind of upset about that because I don't know what other medications can be used other than that steroid that he had put me on. And it's frustrating because right now I'm trying to get off of steroids once and for all. I've been on and off of them since 2010. I've really only ever been off steroids for maybe half a year or a year at most. So I really want to get off of them because they can do damage to your bones over time, and they increase your appetite and make you hungry all the time, and they play with your mood, and they make you gain weight. And I'm just like, I'm down to 1 milligram of prednisone, and I've been feeling really good other than this new stuff. But I'm saying like joint pain has been like really, really good. And I was so worried that I'd be in lots of pain going down to 1 milligram, but I've been good. So I'm like, I'm so close to getting off of prednisone, which is a steroid. And then if my colitis is coming back, I'll have to go on another form of a steroid. It's like, or I don't know, like I don't know what other options. We can't do Pentessa, obviously, because I'm allergic to it. So I don't really know, but it's like, really, it's so frustrating. But I'm really hoping it's not that, and I'm hoping it's just coincidental and it'll go away on its own. What else do I have to tell you guys? Oh my gosh. Last night, Alex came home with some groceries. And he came home, he got home a lot later because there was a lot of traffic and stuff. And so thankfully I hadn't started to prepare dinner yet, because my original plan was going to be to make homemade macaroni and cheese. We have this new recipe that I found that we love, and you put broccoli in it and stuff. It's really, really good, but there's a lot of prep to go into it before making it. And I was really busy with stuff yesterday, and I had a really bad headache, and I was like, I don't really feel like chopping up everything right now and getting things ready, so I'll just hold off. And thank God I did, because when he got home, it was so late that I was like, okay, how about we just pop in one of these frozen pot pies that we had bought. It was a beef pot pie. And just have a quick dinner, and I'll make the macaroni another night. Well, I turned on the oven to preheat it, and I went into the office to continue work that I was doing on the computer. And a few moments later, because Alex was in the kitchen, a few moments later, I hear Alex yelling to me to come here fast. And I run into the kitchen, and there's smoke coming out of the oven, and sparks are flying from the bottom element. And he turned off the oven by that point, and we were like, oh my God. And so we were going to go and grab the fire extinguisher, but then all of a sudden, like, it burnt out. And so basically what happened was, it looks like it caught fire, the bottom element sparked into a fire halfway on the front of it, and it burned a trail all the way along, and then it just stopped because I guess we had turned off the oven, and it just, I don't know, it burned out. So half of our element at the bottom of the oven is melted and burnt up. So we wrapped up the frozen pot pie, put it back into the freezer, and we literally had nothing else that we could make. We only had one container of soup left that we could have heated up on the stove or put in the microwave or whatever. And the only other thing we could think of is like sandwiches, but we were so hungry. So we ordered pizza, and we ordered pasta along with it so that we'll have dinner at least until Saturday night. So we contacted the landlord. Of course, our landlord is really flaky, and we're thinking, yay, we're finally going to get a new oven, because the oven that we had when we first moved in here, it broke. I can't remember what happened to it, but it broke. And instead of getting us a brand new oven, our landlord gave us his mother's old ancient oven. So that's what we've had since, and we're just like, man, we want a brand new oven. And so we're thinking, wow, like our oven just basically set on fire and is broken, and we're thinking, yay, we'll finally get a new oven. Well, of course, our crappy landlord, the cheapskate that he is, he said he would have someone to come over and look at it and see, you know, if it can be fixed. And it's like, you got to replace the whole heating element. And I don't know how that works or how much that is, but, you know, instead of giving us a new oven, he's going to try and have it fixed. Well, someone was supposed to, he was going to try to have someone come today. Today's Friday. And nothing. No, I have heard no word yet. I've received no messages, no phone calls, nothing. So we are still without an oven, and I'm really upset because most of the meals that I had prepared for this week and the coming week are all to be made in the oven pretty much, except for a couple of slow crock pot, like slow cooker recipes. And so I'm like, how, you know, like, what are we going to eat? We're trying to not eat out as much, and now we're going to basically be forced to, because how else can we eat? We don't have anything here, like, and so we're spending more money on, you know, extra food when we had our groceries covered and we had our meals planned out. And Alex was planning to cook me a meal for Valentine's Day with dessert and everything. And that's what he had just gotten back with. Like, he had just come, like last night he had just brought back the groceries for the stuff that he needs to make this dinner for me on Valentine's Day. And now we don't even know if that's going to happen. We haven't heard anything from the guy. And I'm looking outside now, and we are having big time snow that almost looks on the verge of a blizzard. So who knows what's going to happen? It's the weekend now. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I am going to be on our landlord to be like, hey, look it, like, we need to eat. We can't afford to be eating out. We need our oven to cook. So yeah, so that's frustrating. So please pray that we get our oven like ASAP, because man, like, we need to cook. So that is frustrating. I really hope that it just ends up that we get a new one in the end, but who knows? Anyways, Mr. Jeremy here is all set, and he's like, yo, Mom, like, stop rambling about stuff. So, so anyways, that is basically the updates on what's going on around here. I have gone to bed earlier the last couple of nights, and I'm going to try to keep that up because it's making a little bit of a difference, but not a huge difference. My eyes are still burning a lot, but I think that could just be dry eye. And I still feel fatigued. I just think the fatigue is always going to be there to some degree with lupus. But, you know, obviously getting as much sleep as I can will help some, hopefully. But anyways, here's little man. And these pants are actually a little snug with his plumpy rumpy diaper on, because that is a bulky diaper. But I just thought I'd try something different. So he's in this outfit. I think it's the Target Carter's brand. Yeah, it's the Just One You. I bought it when we still had Target here, guys. So it's like these little gray pants with a matching red onesie that says Truckload of Love. And then it's got this little hoodie that has little snaps to do it up. And it has a little monkey. It says Lovable. Navy blue and gray stripes, and of course the monkey is driving the truck. You know me and monkeys, guys. And then inside the hood is red. Hood's a little big for him, but he looks so handsome, so cute, and ready for Valentine's Day. Oh, look at that, guys. Isn't he super sweet? Oh, there's little boy. My little boy, Jeremy. He is so sweet. Oh. I love him. I love him. I love his subtle coloring. And I like his painted hair because it's Doesn't get messed up. He's my no fuss baby. My no fuss baby. And he holds such wonderful memories for me. Such wonderful memories because I bought him at the very first doll show that, like big doll show that I went to, which was the Downey's doll show at that time, which we know the Downey's doll show doesn't exist anymore. It's now the Rose International Doll Show, but it was in North Carolina, and I have the video up on my channel if you guys haven't watched. It's from 2 summers ago, and I surprised my mom for her birthday with a trip, and it was the first trip that my mother and I have ever been on together. And, you know, I think it was like maybe her second time ever in her life being on a plane. I think the only other time was when she went to visit family in Winnipeg with her mom and her dad and siblings. But it was so nice to surprise her with that. She was so excited. I still wish I had caught on video her reaction when I gave it to her. But, yeah, so it was my trip for her. And we went to the Downey's doll show first. And then we hopped on a Greyhound bus to Myrtle Beach, and we went to the Myrtle Beach Safari, which was a dream come true for both of us because we got to hold not only a chimpanzee but an orangutan and a gibbon monkey, and we got to interact with little tiger cubs, and we got to feed and pet an elephant. And we got to touch a bear cat or however they're called. Oh, it was just, and we got to watch tigers run, and they fed us well. It was a beautiful day and a beautiful trip, and one that my mom and I will never forget. And she got her first doll, which was a Lee Middleton doll she adopted there. And I adopted this little guy at the show. And so I don't think I'll ever get rid of him. You know, even though I prefer rooted hair, even though my taste in painting has changed a little bit from him, I don't think I will ever get rid of him because there's just special memories attached to his adoption and the trip that my mom and I took. And not even that, but also just that I named him after the little guy that I was nannying at the time, because his name was Jeremy, and they look very similar. He reminded me of how Jeremy looked at this age, which was around the time that I first started caring for him. Jeremy was 3 weeks old, and he was a year and a half when I finished caring for him. And it was an incredible experience like I've never experienced in any other nanny job. You know, basically raising a baby from 3 weeks old right up. And I still see him sometimes. I've babysat him a couple times, and I still visit him sometimes, and it's incredible to see him changing and growing. But that year and a half was amazing. And so, you know, and in that year and a half, I got to go on that amazing trip with my mom. And so there's lots of memories attached to this baby, and I just love him for that. And I find him super cuddly. Even though he's a little stiffer than some of my other dolls, I find him really cuddly, and I just think he's so precious. So anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up because I've rambled again. I hope you don't mind, but there he is, all ready for Valentine's Day, and now I got to get all the other babies ready. Oh, my goodness. A reborn mommy's job is never done. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and we will see you next time. Bye guys! Haul that I got in the mail today. They came to me from 2 different people. I purchased these items on dolphin in their buy and sell section. So the first item that I got is this beautiful muslin blanket that has owls on it. When I saw it, I could not resist because I love the colors, and it's got little cherry